Meanwhile, protests are being held in cities around the world as part of Global Day for Action for Palestine. This afternoon, hundreds of people marched through the streets of Cambridge and rallied outside City Hall. You see them right there holding signs chanting "Free Palestine." They are not only calling for an end to the violence in Gaza, but also an end to U.S. aid in supporting Israel. NBC 10's Malcolm Johnson joining us live from Brookline, where a panel discussion on that war right now is taking place tonight. Malcolm, what can you tell us this evening?
Yeah, well, Colton, right now we are here in Brookline, where a group of panelists, authors, and academics are holding this discussion on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, its past, its present, and what's needed for a peaceful future. The Brookline Booksmith is sponsoring this discussion as at least 30,000 Palestinians in Gaza have been killed, 70% of them women and children. And today in Cambridge, Colton, 2,000 people all rallied outside Cambridge City Hall. Millions have gathered around the world today, all in solidarity to protest the Israel-Hamas war on an international day of action, as we are 1 week away from Israel's threatened attacks on Gaza's city of Rafah, where many displaced citizens have gathered for safety. Now, you might recall it was back on October 7th last year when Palestinians from Gaza carried out attacks in Israel that killed at least 1,200 Israelis and took more than 200 hostages. So I asked panelists before today's discussion about the role of the United States in ending this war and the importance of journalists being given access by Israel to report in Gaza.
120 journalists killed because of this war, and the lack of access is indicative of something very problematic, as if Israel does not want journalists to see the facts on the ground, not see the truth, and that tells you that there is something both unfair, unprofessional, and problematic to the integrity of journalism and integrity also of Israel and its claims that it's defending itself.
Most of the munitions going to Israel are coming from the United States. And instead, I think what the United States needs to do is to broker a settlement, first of all, a ceasefire.
So many folks around the world are calling for, as this war continues to play out, we have seen how many Palestinians in Gaza are malnourished. You talked about it a moment ago. Today, we saw that first drop of aid into Gaza by the United States, dropping off that much-needed food. We should note that there were no arrests made today in the rally in Cambridge. We are live right now reporting in Brookline. I'm Malcolm Johnson, NBC 10 Boston.
Malcolm, per usual, we appreciate your reporting for us.